MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with the Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop if you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag. Hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here with the USRA TNT Truck Series presented by MaxSpeedTV. You know, usually this is about the time that I introduce myself, and I'll do that right now. I'm Roger Muth. I'm going to be your host here this evening, and usually I bring along a special guest with me, but tonight I don't have a special guest. I have the man, the myth, the legend, my boy, Bobby Johnson.
How you doing tonight, Roger?
Good, Bobby. I'm out here watching these boys. You know, they're out here. They're running at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be their first, well, not the first. This is our second mile-and-a-half racetrack that we're going to this year with these TNT boys. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Running that high line tonight. Let it all hang out.
Yep, this particular track right here, you can run low and run in the middle. Maybe 15 laps. But after that, everybody's little happy butt's going to go right up to that wall.
Right up to the wall. That's going to be the fast lane, the Kyle Larson line, I guess you can say, if you like. As these boys are out there practicing, Bob, we've got a couple shout-outs before we get too far into this. You know, we always, you know, got to give the shout-outs. One, we got to shout out this league, you know, for letting us come over here and give our little 2 cents, I guess you want to say, on everything. We also got to thank MaxSpeedTV. You know, this is only our second race presenting these guys to the crowd out here, so we're happy about that. Yeah, thanks Rudy Cumming, all the guys over there at MaxSpeedTV for bringing us along, bringing us up to speed.
You know what? I'm really tickled pink to be a part of that little organization there. A good bunch of guys, and we're really blessed that they picked us up.
That's right. And you know what? I'm just happy you're here, Bobby.
Well, I'm happy you're here too, Roger, especially after the weekend we had.
That's right. We had one heck of a weekend out there. It was quite a weekend for the USRA crowd. We had a couple weddings. Bobby, myself, and a couple of the other guys were actually invited to one of them. So we got to give a big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Robert Duvendak for their wedding this weekend. It was a beautiful weekend all around up there. We went over to Ohio. But we also had another wedding, Bobby. Brady Briggs got married this weekend. I'm not sure if he's out here tonight as I didn't get a chance to look through. I don't believe he's here with us tonight, but hey, congratulations to him and his beautiful wife also. They got married, as these boys are wrecking in turn 3 and 4 here. But yeah, so Bobby, what was your takeaway from the weekend? Anything good?
It was, it was really nice. It was a great time. It was nice to meet all the guys, the drivers. I was fortunate enough to meet with some of them, and we had a really good time. We got to discuss some future events for the leagues that we're in, and we also just goofed off and messed around with each other. And Mr. Duvendak's beautiful wife, he's really, I don't know, he's just a lucky guy. That's all I can say about that. But I had a great time.
That's right. And that was this weekend. Now we're over here, back in action tonight on Tuesday night. Right there, you see we got some of the practice times up there. We got about 7.5 minutes left in practice. But excuse me for a sec. We got qualifying coming up next. Later tonight over on MaxSpeedTV, we got the Racing for a Cause Xfinity Series coming up after us. That'll be a great showing. Also tomorrow, Bobby and myself, we're back in action after tonight's showing. We're going to have Salt Flat Racings. They got the street stocks coming up tomorrow. And then also after them, tomorrow, we got the Racing for a Cause. They're back in action, but they got the late model series. So a little bit of action going on over here at MaxSpeedTV in the upcoming hours and tomorrow. Like I keep saying, though, we're here tonight. This is the USRA. This is the TNT Truck Series. They've had some great races, Bobby. We started out over at Daytona, and it was a little bit of a crash demolition derby there. A couple weeks in between, we went to visit Las Vegas Auto Club. Auto Club was a great finish there. We had 3 wide for second place coming through the traps at the end of that.
You know what? There was a lot of good racing going on those past, the past events that we had. But guess what? These cats are going to have to put their thinking caps on, and they're going to have to be extremely patient more now than ever because they no longer have a fast repair. That's right. You cannot have an oops and get a nice, clean, fresh car again and start all over like nothing happened. So they're really going to have to they're just going to have to get this together, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be challenged because I see 35 cars, or trucks, my bad. Trucks have so far taken time here in practice. We have 1 truck who has not, so that's going to give us 36 so far registered. But while we have a second here, let's go and look at our pre-race analytics here. We're at Kansas. That's in Kansas City. That's obvious right there. Our tire window tonight, Bobby, is probably right around 10 to 15 laps. Anything more than 10 to 15 laps, the trucks are probably going to get tight. You're going to have to move to that Kyle Larson line up in the top. Fuel window tonight, 43 to 50 laps, depending how much these guys are lifting. They are going to be running that outside lane, so they're probably more leaning towards, I'm going to say, the lower end of that fuel strategy. 45 miles on pit road, or 45 miles an hour on pit road. Tonight, Bobby, we're seeing a little bit higher track temp than we normally do. The air temp is 79 degrees. The track temp is going to be 81 degrees, so that's going to make for a little bit adventurous, I guess. These guys usually don't run a higher track temp. 81's not too bad, but...
Well, it's going to make it a little bit slickery, if you will, Roger. And it's going to make that outside wall come into play just a little bit quicker.
That's going to give you no room for error on that outside line. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting here. 36 truckers out here tailgating, multiple groove track. I don't know what else you really want.
Not really. There's room for passing out here, Roger. You can go 3 wide easily. You could see 4 wide if if they want to get a little ambitious here or desperate, I should say, towards the end of the race. But they got to keep their foot in the pedal and their head in the game.
That's right. As I'm looking through the practice times right now, Zach Nichols, who was actually last week's winner, we saw a bump and run over there at Phoenix in the last corner. That was an exciting run. Zach Nichols came from the back to the front, bumped Jordan Smith coming out of the turn to take the victory last week. And we also have I'm not sure if John Furness has ran with these truckers before, but he's up there. He's second place. And a new guy, the 43 of Craig Learman. They're sitting in the 3rd position.
You know what? You got good guys all over this whole entire practice session right here. You got them in the front, in the middle. You got them in the back. I know Jeff Pogo had a really good run last week. And he's sitting right here, dead in the middle, 15th position on his practice times. It's going to be really neat to see what goes on here because, again, just like the last races, Roger, you got people here that's ran together with each other before. You got people that's not ran with each other. You got all kinds of classes from A class all the way down. it's going to be interesting to watch here to see what they're doing.
That's right. These guys, you do have to carry a B license. I believe it's a 3.0 and a 1,000 I rating over here. So, or actually, sorry, that's for Thursday night. Tuesday nights, you must have a C 3.0 and above 1,000 I rating. So anybody that fits those descriptions, these guys do welcome new racers every week into the league. As you see, there's a couple pit stalls. Like we said, we got 36 drivers registered for this race. Hopefully all 36 grid up here tonight and take a qualifying attempt. But hey, always looking for new guys to come out and race with them.
And also don't forget about your pit strategies too, Roger. You'll see people taking 4s, taking 2 to get their up there in a position a little bit to try to get a little better spot towards the end of the race anyway. But honestly, watching them come down on pit road, you're going to see a lot of green flag pit stops here, I believe. I truly believe that. And that's going to be interesting too, because a lot of the times they're not taking that much of pit stops as far as green flag goes. Usually it's caution. Now, let's face it, we had a caution fest last week. This week, I think you're going to see something totally different.
That's right. I mean, that was our first short track. I got that tongue-tied going on again here, Bobby. But that was our first short track of the year, so we kind of, it's almost like going to your first super speedway. Bunch of guys haven't ran together before, not used to each other, not used to the antics that they're going to, be displaying. So we expect it at Daytona, and you expect it especially at your first short track, and that's kind of what we got.
Bottom line, I hope iRacing build a very sturdy wall because I think it's going to get tested tonight.
That's right. Well, we got about a minute and a half here, so Bobby, we're about to step away to play the national anthem while these guys get ready for qualifying. So let's see if we can get you over there, get played that national anthem. We'll be right back with you after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are just getting wound up out there as we're watching the 15 truck of Zach Nichols, your last week's winner, as he's coming across to take the green flag on his qualifying time. So we're going to wait for a couple of these qualifying times to come in before we pop them up on screen, as you see him running that outside lane, trying to make sort of, Bobby, like a super speedway. Go to the outside, make the track as long as you can, get as speed as you can.
Well, yeah, the top side, believe it or not, is usually the fastest, especially when you're trying to set yourself up for that qualifying lap. You can really get some momentum. You don't have that much steering, turning ratio going on. You're not scrubbing any time off your tires. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to kiss that wall for their first lap or so. Then they're going to bring it down and hug it to the grass as best they can.
That's right. As we're watching qualifying, a couple guys have put in a lap. The 42 of Tyler Dugan there. He's gone to the pole in the Tennessee truck. Eric Holly going around the track. He's third. The 61 of Schmidt just popped up on the screen in the second place. Robert Duvendak in the 12 in fourth place. And the 95 of Darren Scandarito there in sixth place. As the board just keeps jumping around, Bobby, I could go all night naming names, but we're just let the times pop up on screen and talk for themselves.
Yeah, we'll just wait till these cats get done because usually sometimes your first lap's better than your second lap. Like I said, these guys got to kiss and hug this wall all the way around here to get that speed going. And you know as well as I do, those walls will jump out and bite you before you even know it.
And I just heard from a fan out there, Bobby, the 99 of Michael Lagori is going to miss tonight's race. He just got home.
Oh, that's a shame because, he's always a force to be reckoned with. He runs good no matter where we've been so far. He runs quite well, so that hurts.
That's going to definitely hurt him in the points. These guys points race, so it is every point does matter here. Couple qualifying times coming in. Zach Nichols still holds that one spot. John Furness in the 129. We have not seen John Furness, I believe, run with these guys on a Tuesday night. We have seen him over on the Xfinity side on Thursday nights running with them, and he is definitely a force over there, as he's currently sitting there in the second position on the board. So he's probably going to go out on a limb, Bobby. I'm going to say he's going to be a force to reckon with here before the night's over.
Oh yeah, I have to agree with that too. But the big surprise right now, it's not really that big of a surprise, but so far, pulling up in that third place position on his times is Eric Holly. I think he wants to play tonight.
That's true. And before we go any farther, Bobby, let's actually sit here and let's pull up the points real quick, as qualifying's about a minute left. Most of these have turned in a time, so we're not going to miss too much there. But the point standings after a couple races here, Robert Duvendak has led the points from the start. He's up there. He's got a 15-point lead over Anthony Reynolds. Cody Levette not going away easy here. He's tied with Zach Nichols for that third position, 16 points behind Robert. Then you got David Carmen right there having a great, strong showing here in the early season, 19 points behind the leader. Jeff Pogo's going to slot into the sixth position in points here, 23 points back. Brandon Bogo, also a new guy having a great season. Eric Holly. Unfortunately, Melissa is also known as Michael Longori. As we heard out there in chat, he is going to miss tonight, unfortunately, so that's going to take a hit in the points, as he's in the top 10 right there. Jordan Smith's your 10th place. Matt Kemp, 11th in points. Cole Day, 12th. Doug Ungari having a great showing, along with his teammate right there, 13th and 14th. That's Doug Ungari and Jared Hagerdorn. Tyler Dugan, 15th. Jim Walton, 16th. Josiah Millen, new guy, welcome back to the league. He's in 17th. Jamie Leach having another showing. His teammate right next to him, Skip Carmen. And Dan Dill rounds out your top 20 in the points. So it's a tight battle through the point standings, but it's early. Things are still going to shake.
Oh, yeah. Things are going to shake all right. You bet they will. Everything's going to shake. They're probably going to be running so close they'd be able to stick their hand out the window and shake each other's hands probably before the night's over with.
But qualifying has just ended, Bobby, so let's try and get through this grid, because the other day we didn't do such a great job. We kind of missed the back half of the field, so let's start it up early here. On your pole here tonight for the USRA TNT Truck Series, we got Zach Nichols, last week's winner. He's going to be a force. John Furness in the 129 right there and on his outside. Eric Holly putting it in P3 on qualifying in the 8 truck. Christopher Monroe in the 45 is going to start 4th. Brandon Bogo right there in the 78. He's going to come home in the 5th position. Well, not home. He's going to start there. Cole Day, another good cat out there. He's going to start 6th. Cody Levette in the 38. Cole's teammate going to start right behind that row. He's going to start in 7th. Tyler Dugan right there. He's going to start in the 8th position. Robert Duvendak, your points leader. He's going to start in the 9th position. Look for him to come to the front quick. And the 61, Steven Schmidt, going to start in the 10th.
Looks like 11, you got Dalton Carroll going to be coming up in the 41. The 12th position is Frank DeAngelis. 13th is going to be Jamie Leach. 14th, Jim Walton. Remember that guy. I think he ran the first one out, I believe, that we had this year. 15th position is Jeffrey Price. 16th, Wayne Carroll Jr. out of Pennsylvania. 17th, Anthony Reynolds. The 18th position coming up in the 158, Raymond Mazzuzo. Jr. 19th is going to be Darren Scandinaro, and the 20th position, driving the number 18 Toyota, is Stephen Holmes out of Carolina.
That's right, 21st spot. That's going to be the 7 of Doug Ungari. The 22nd spot, the 19, Skip Carmen. 23rd position, look for this guy to definitely make his way to the front, Jordan Smith in that 25. 24th position is going to go to David Carmen. 25th, Jeff Pogo is going to start way buried in the field. The 26th position is going to be the 13 of Mickey Reed. 27th position is going to be the 46 of Joe Renauld. 28th position is going to be the 86 of Randy Axner. 29th position is going to be Morgan Beard in the 10 truck. Starting 30th, the new guy out here tonight is going to be the 88 of Jarrett Reichard.
31st position is going to be driving the 040 Chevrolet is Isaiah Millen. Did I say that right?
Josiah.
Oh, Zaya. All right. 32nd position is Danny R. Valenzuela, and no relation to Ricky that I'm told. 33rd position is Dan Dill. 34th position, Ed Hewitt. And the 35th position is going to be Evan Da.
I got 35th position as we're having a little communication troubles with Bobby. That's going to be Craig Learman. Evan Pienta is going to start 36th. 37th, Jared Hagedorn. Matt Grobelny there in the 69, starting 38th. And starting shotgun on the field is going to be the 68 of Miroslav Mach. Well, Bobby, it's about that time. These boys are about to wind them up, let them loose. We got one to go. I see Zach Nichols. I'm unsure what happened to him. But he just elected to go to the back. It's going to move the inside lane up one position. And Dan Dill is not electing to take the green as he's going to start on pit road.
Well, here you go, Roger. We do this every time here when we broadcast. Give me a couple of your guys to look for here.
I'm not going to give you anybody, Bobby, because we're going green.
All right.
Green flag is out. They're getting ready. Green flag, there it is. Eric Holly, John Furter. Yeah, Furnace on the front row.
Everybody's nose to tail. They got to keep it kind of, cool here to get a couple laps in. They can't go 3 wide or anything. They're doing a really good job. Don't forget, Roger, there's no fast repairs anymore in this race. Nothing, zeros, nada. So you really got to stand on it, but yet you got to be very, very cautious and courteous at the same time.
That's right. These boys are going to have to think about their moves before they make them now, but we got a couple movers out there. Cody Levette is on that inside lane with Robert Duvendak. They're making their way on the bottom lane to the front.
Yeah, it looks like Robert, I don't know if he's trying to get away from the wedding or whatever is going on here, but he is on a mission. He's wanting to get to that front, buddy.
That's right, as we do see Dan Dill pulling it off pit road right there. I'm not sure who's along the apron with him. There's a couple guys down there coming off pit road. Back out front, though. Great battle for the lead as Furnace is looking to the inside of Holly. He's going to squeeze up right in front of him going into 3 and 4 off the corner. Holly looking to cross him over. Will he have the run?
I think he might.
That lap being led by Eric Holly. So Eric Holly's led all the laps so far here this evening. John Furnace in second, Brandon Bogo third, Cody Levette in the 4th position, and Robert Duvendak going to round out your top 5 as Holly almost gets a piece of that wall.
Yeah, actually, Holly almost drove, looked like John's Furnace there, or Ferns. It looked like he might have hit the wall a little bit there, Roger.
And there does seem to be a little bit of damage on the 129 right on that right front quarter panel. Doesn't look like he got it too hard, but just a little bit of damage. See if that's going to affect him later on into this race. Back out front, though, we had another pass there. Brandon Bogo in the 78 went to the point. Eric Holly's going to slot back into seconds. We see the 3 truck. Cold Day going to the inside. He's locked it up hard into the inside wall, though. Let's see if we can catch a replay with Cold Day.
He's just riding along down here on the bottom, it looks like, and he might have just maybe got a little bit tangled up there. I'm not sure who that was with he got tangled, but it was enough to send him into the inside wall.
As we see him just barely make contact with somebody and slide right down. Fortunate for him, unfortunate for these guys. They're on lap 4 here, so nobody else involved in that Cold Day. Taking the slide, though, to the inside wall. It's not what he wanted to see early on in this race. But, Bobby, now it's strategy time.
Yes, it is. What are you going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I don't care if it's 2 laps. I want tires.
Let's see if any of these guys are going to bring it down, as they're working right now out of turn 3 and 4. Brandon Bogo is going to be the determining factor here. Looks like he's going to stay out. The first taker looks to be Robert Duvendak. Jamie Leach. No, they fake it. They're going back out on track. That looks like the 45 of Christopher Monroe. He's going to lead everybody else behind them, though. So that leads your top 5 out there, definitely, and a couple other guys electing to stay out, too, though.
Well, that's not too awful bad, I guess. But it was the 101 there that they kind of got number 3 got tangled up with, it looks like. You don't have to touch very much in this, Roger, to get these things loose. I mean, they're on the edge anyway. They're running so close to that wall. Just a simple little touch is gonna pretty much put you into the wall, and it could ruin your night.
That's right. We've seen a couple close calls there. We saw the 8 of Eric Holly and the 129 of John Furness. They made contact a little bit, got Furness into the wall. But I'm gonna bet he's gonna be all right.
He'll be okay. It wasn't that bad.
Cole Day, on the other hand,
no.
He's gonna have a little bit of damage.
Yes, he will. I saw smoke flying. I saw him hit the inside, and immediately when you hit the inside like that, it's tow truck time because you're not going to drive that nowhere.
But he looks like he's going to be all right. Another guy I'm looking, Bobby, sitting on pit road right now, the 15 of Nichols. It looks like he's been up against the wall with that right side of that truck.
You're going to see a lot of them. A lot of the right sides you're not going to be able to recognize or even probably see their numbers.
Right now, your top 5 after a couple laps here at Kansas. An unfortunate early caution. Brandon Bogo's leading the way. Eric Holly started there on that front row. He's currently sitting second. Cody Levitt in the 38 with that wonderful beard. The newlywed Duvendak there in 4th. And Jamie Leach having a great run, bringing that 2 truck up into 5th place.
You know, I got to give a shout-out real quick to that Brandon Bogo. He's always up there fighting around for the lead just about every race, no matter what track we're at. This cat, he's got it going on.
Sure, Bogo's new to this league. Bobby, you and I, we've been around for a little while with these guys, and then we've elected to jump up here to the booth to broadcast them because they want to be put on the air, and we want to put good shows on the air, and we know that's what they can do. But Bogo's new. We haven't seen him all but 4 races previous to here. He's up front most of the time.
He's new, but he's driving like he's an old guy, I'll tell you that. He's going to be something to watch tonight, too. And Cody Levitt in the 3rd place right now. I mean, he's another one that you want to watch out for. I saw him eating a boatload of french fries before this race, so he's got his belly full and he's ready to rock.
That's right. So far, we saw some good racing 2-3 wide here. And that was the early laps. Your top 12 all stayed out. They're going to be on about 8 lap old tires when we go back to green here. Everybody else, Bobby, fresh rubber.
Yeah, you're not going to notice it too much here until you get about another 8 to 10 laps on those tires, and then you're going to start noticing those front first 10 or 12 there. You're going to notice their times are going to start to just whittle down a little bit. Tires is such an important thing at this track too, and when you're running up against the wall like that, I mean, that's nerve-wracking enough, but, you know, these things get a little loose, and tire wear causes a loose truck.
You say loose truck. A couple of these guys actually decided they were going to take 2 tires. The 2 tire takers is the 14 of Jeffrey Price. The 10 truck, I think, just took a splash of gas. That's Morgan Beard. And then you got Randy Axner 2 tires and Mickey Reed on 2 tires. Everybody else 4 tires or old tires up here at the front.
You know, once these guys settle down, Roger, and they get in a groove and start running this race, you know, I don't think you're going to have to worry about the cautions near as much as you're going to have to worry about tire management and your fuel consumption. I think this thing is going to come down to fuel control. How much can you save and yet still be competitive?
That's right. We're waiting on that pace car, Bobby. It's about to turn off. Eric Holly on the outside. Brandon Bogo on that inside, waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out. Brandon Bogo is on the loud pedal. He's going to get a great start.
He got a really good start. I don't know if Eric fell asleep there for just a second or what happened to him, but man, Bogo has checked out.
Not sure what happened to the 30 of Carmen. He's down on the apron there. I'm unsure if he missed a shift. I don't have a camera for him as they're all wadding up back here in the back.
And when it wads up, you're going to get a caution, and there is one.
Not sure where it is or who's all involved. I see the 161 of Ed Hewitt. He's involved. He's got quite a bit of damage. Let's see if we can go back and catch that replay.
Well, it looks like from what I can see there, somebody missed a shift up there in front of the number 7. And he got in the back end of him. I did see that one.
Well,
I don't know, Roger.
Having a little bit of discrepancy here with our overlay setup again. We apologize for that. We thought we worked them out. We'll get back on that and try and work them out. Bobby, you want to see if you can pull someone up here and see if you can talk to him?
Yeah, let me see if I can find somebody that's gonna chat with me. I got one guy I do want to talk to right here. Or let me see if I can get a hold of him.
Give him 1 second. Probably he's probably coming down pit road as we see a couple takers.
We'll wait till he gets into his pit stop. I don't want to be a reason for him missing that. Well, this thing's starting out just a little bit on the slow slide, Roger. 11 laps in. Caution at 7 laps. I think it's going to smooth out. Give it a little bit of time. Let them get it worked out. And I think we're going to have pretty long green flag stops here.
All right, Bobby, go ahead. I think you got somebody out there for yourself.
Cody! This is Bobby and Roger. You got me?
We got you.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
You know what? This track really suits you, apparently, because you are fast.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. I can't really hear you. Other people talking in my ear. I'm really sorry.
You can't hear me? Uh-oh. My wife says I got the biggest mouth in the land. I appreciate that. But look, you're running. Can you still hear me? I don't think he can hear me, Roger. Cody, you got a copy? Did I lose you?
No, I've got a copy. It's just other people talking over me in Discord.
Oh, got it. Well, look, I just want to let you know you're doing a great job sitting in that second position right there. Keep the wheels on that thing and keep it off the wall, and I think you're going to have a really good race. We'll be watching you up here.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
That was Cody Levette there in the 38 truck. He's running second. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had. I've reset my overlay setup. Hopefully we can catch replays from here on out. And unfortunately, Cody is having a little bit of communication issues over there. He's on TeamSpeak. He's also over in Discord. So, sorry we couldn't get a good interview in with the 38 truck. But we're back here. We're getting ready to probably come down here when we hit the line this time. We're probably going to get one to go. There's your top 5. Bogo, Levette, Holly, Leach, and Duvendak. The only changes right there is Holly and Levette. They changed spots. Leach and Duvendak changed spots in that restart.
Well, I know one thing. I'm not quite sure what Danny Venezuela did, but, man, he jumped from the bottom of that list all the way up into the 9th position.
Danny Venezuela there in the 04, the Santa Cruz truck. Looks to have a little bit of damage there on the rear, like somebody might have got into him, but a couple of these guys have that also. I see the 25 who's right in front of him has a little bit of damage himself.
Yeah, there's a few of them out here who's running with a little bit of damage. It's, you know, it's all about being smooth on restarts. You know how that goes. It's usually bumper cars. These guys get it figured out in time. And what is this, their 3rd race?
This is going to be, I believe it's the 5th race of the season, Bobby. But hey, we're watching there Danny Venezuela right here. He started back in the 32nd position. Didn't have a great qualifying time at all. Currently sitting right there in the 10th position. Miroslav Mach, also a big mover, also started the 38 shotgun on the field up to 10th. Sorry, Danny's 9th. Miroslav is 10th.
Wow, time's flying. I didn't realize this is the 5th race already. Man, I tell you what, these trucks are a blast to watch. There's no doubt about it. I don't care how many cautions you have in the race. These trucks are just fun because they hook up real well. They can bump draft still here at some of these tracks. And, you know, they got to have their tire management and your fuel. And now you got to drive with your head on straight because you lost your quick repair. So this is going to be really fun to see who's going to be able to handle all the situations and the stress and come out on top.
You're not lying. As they're about to wind them back up, Bobby, you got it from here.
Pace cars off. They are from bumper to bumper and to the back. Here we go. We take off. And as usual, no surprise, Brandon Bogo gets another great jump. He's about 3, probably 4 car lengths out ahead of Cody Levitt. He's taking it all the way up to the wall and barreling it down in there to that turn 1. And, man, he is lightning. He is gone.
Good racing as they work through turn 1 and 2. As we see a little scuffle back there. Let's see if we can jump back there. Looks like the 40 of Josiah Millen was sideways through turn 1 as he's stuck in the middle right now between Jarrett Reichert and Jeff Pogo with Jared Hagerdorn right behind him going into 3. They're 3 wide.
Yeah, we're going to start getting a little loose trucks out here. These guys that didn't, you know, running on longer tires and stuff and didn't get any fresh ones, these trucks are going to get loose. And when they get loose, that wall comes up really quick.
Bobby, we're back up here front with Brandon Bogo. He looks to have opened up about a 4 car length lead over Eric Hawley as him and Cody Levitt are still battling it out there for the second position. These guys have migrated to the top. Oh, as we see the 12 truck of Robert Duvendak in the wall.
Yeah, everybody's doing a really good job staying away from him right there. I think this might end up being caution-free, though.
This one's not going to bring a caution out. Unfortunate for him, but fortunately for these guys, that they're just going to stay green. That's not good for him as he is your he's your championship leader right now as we see him still having a hard time with that truck. He's going to drop all the way to the back of the field.
And more than likely, he's definitely going to head into the pits right there. That's a shame for him, though, because like I said, like you said, he was leading in the points right here. And, you know, tire management, I'm telling you, like Pogo, right? I just watched Pogo right here. He almost came up and smacked the wall. But luckily, he was able to save it. You know, these trucks are starting to get a little slickery out here.
Robert Duvendak, he was one of those guys that has not pitted yet. He's out there on 16-lap old tires. Just like our leader out here, Brandon Bogo. He is stretching it out now. He's got about a 2 bus length lead as you see him right there ripping through turn 3 and 4. As Eric Hawley, Cody Levitt, they're still battling it out there for the second position. Jamie Leach, Jordan Smith, hot on the heels there. So Bogo's stretching it out. Holly and Levitt battling it out back here. Everybody else pretty much, they're stretching out.
Yeah, everybody's starting. There's still some pretty good racing going on right here. I'm seeing a lot of sheet metal being bent up here, especially the back ends. Way back in here with the number 40 and the number 101. These guys have been battling it out like crazy.
The 40, the 101, and the 69, that's Matthew Grobelny right there. They're battling for about the 25th position currently.
And of course, you got Pogo sitting right there too. He's trying to get away from them. You know, these cats they're fighting pretty hard already.
We're just gonna sit back here, watch this little bit these battles back here because the leader drove away. Eric Hawley and Cody Levitt, they're still running second and third. Nothing's changed up front. The battles are for back here. You see these guys right up against the wall.
3 wide right now, and possibly 4 wide before it's all over with. These guys, for some reason why, they're not, they're a little impatient back here, and I think they need to settle down just a little bit. You're going to see another caution pop up here.
We just saw that 88 there of Jared Reichert right in front of Josiah Millen. He just barely touched that apron and it shot him up the track a little bit. Josiah had to back out of it. Good move by the 40 there of Josiah Millen. He'll live to turn another lap.
And back up front again. No surprise. Man, Bogo's checked out, Roger.
Bogo he's not checked out. He's kind of lost a little bit, actually, if you look. Eric Hawley and Cody Levitt, they were about 2 bus lengths behind when we stepped away for a moment there to watch the rest of the guys. Maybe about a 1.5 maybe back to Eric Hawley there in the second position.
I don't know, Roger. Does any of the drafting take effect on these straightaways? Does it really help that much in this short? We got trouble already. Yep, we did. Looks like the 14 and another one got into it there. Looks like it was Jeffrey Price got into it with somebody.
The 14, the 101, all involved in this. Let's see if we can go back and catch a replay of this for everybody, as everything seems to be working so far so good. As they were 3 wide, and it looks like the 14 may have just got loose and pushed right up into the 04 of Danny Vanezuela, which is unfortunate. Then Jeff Pogo comes in. Jeff Pogo just rear-ended the 14. The 101 involved. Just didn't check up in time.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You know, you try to check up, you try to miss it, you think you've missed it, and then you end up getting hit from your rear end from somebody that didn't check up.
Jared Hagerdorn, he played it safe. He just decided, you know what, I'll go through the pits. I'll forego those 5 bonus points for a clean race. I'll just take it through the grass.
Split-second decisions, Roger. That's what you've got to do here. You ain't got time to think about this, and Jared did the right thing.
And we have an update on that 3 truck of Cold Day. Cold Day has taken it behind the wall. He is done for this evening.
Yeah, he hit that wall head on. That doesn't surprise me at all. We got quite a few damaged trucks out here, buddy.
As the leaders are all bringing it down pit road now, Eric Holly's going to lead that charge down. Now it's time for tires. They've been out there for 23 laps.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Tires right now sound better than a cold beer to these guys.
I'm sure a couple of these guys would like a cold beer after that incident. You see Eric Holly hit his pit stop. Bobby, why don't you see if you can get a hold of that the 12 machine?
Let me see if I can grab him here somewhere. Robert Duvendak, this is Bobby and Roger. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do. How you doing?
Well, how you doing tonight?
Well, I had my screen freeze up on me there for a good 5 seconds, so I just had to go into the turn and hold it up against the wall and hope I didn't wreck anyone.
Yeah, we kind of thought something might have happened to you right there. I mean, of course, I'm sure you're tired after the old weekend wedding romple that we went through. Had a blast there. Thank you for inviting myself and Roger.
Yes, sir. I got my sleep, though. I kind of recovered there a little bit on Sunday and Monday.
Well, that's good. You need to, because let's face it, you're leading the points right now in this thing. So what are you going to have to do here? I mean, is the track kind of eating up your tires a little bit, making you kind of loose?
I was doing pretty good conserving my tires, so I was not having much of an issue with that. I was making sure I conserved my tires for the first 5-7 laps, and then you're able to move up to that high line and make up a lot of ground. So.
Oh, look, keep your nose clean the rest of this race. We'll be watching for you to get yourself back up there to the top. You're not doing too awful bad. You're sitting in the 19th position, and we got a lot of laps yet to go.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do here. I got about 10 seconds left of damage to repair, so should be pretty good. I was able to still maintain pace with the field there after getting into the wall, so I'm going to save that fast repair here for a little bit and see if we can play some strategy and work my way back up in the field.
All right, you give that lovely bride of yours, Amy, a kiss for me and Roger, and we'll talk to you later on.
All right, I will.
Roger, do you really think he will?
Probably not. If I was him, I wouldn't. For you, anyway. But back up front, we got a new leader up here. Get him off the booth. All right, there we go. We got a new leader. Doug Ungari in the 7 truck is going to be the new leader. He got around Eric Holly there by not pitting. So Doug's going to stay out there, 15-lap old tires. He'll get some bonus points here for leading these laps, and then he'll bring him to the green, and I'm sure he's going to be hoping for a caution real quick.
Yeah, he, how do you say it? Possibly a sitting duck. I can't believe how much tire management is so important right now, especially running up the top on that wall like that. I mean, you really gotta have some tread underneath you, buddy, or it's gonna get loosey-goosey. So I'm anxious to see how long he's gonna be able to stay up front right there, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't think he's gonna be up there very long. And it could cause a little bit of a problem for these cats.
A little bit of mayhem with a guy starting on the front row with old tires compared to everybody else who came down in gap 4. I don't see any 2-tire takers out there on my chart. I don't see any.
I'm basically not seeing a good outcome. I'm not seeing a good outcome on this, Roger. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know.
We got a lot of good drivers out there, so I'm sure they're going to be all right with it. He'll probably stay to the inside, and the guys are probably going to freight train him on the outside. Working lap 26 here. We're going to be lap 27 once we get back to the stripe. We are working this Second caution of the night, excuse me, right there. About to take the green again here with the USRA TNT boys over here on MaxSpeedTV. We'd like to thank everybody who's out there in chat watching. We do see a couple guys out there. Jason Young, John Hanna, Donald Bennett's out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Zach Nichols also out there watching. We're about to get him wound back up as the pace car's in. Doug Ungari not waiting around. He knows he's got those old tires. He's back to the loud pedal right away.
Yeah, and that's a good idea that he did do that. Looks like he's going to be able to hold it.
He slides up there, Bobby, with those old tires. Eric Holly's going to drive right underneath him. He's going to say, I'll take that. I'll see you later.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Next on the list is Cody Levette, as the top 10 is already single filed out going down the backstretch.
Which is a good thing. You ain't got to worry about that guy fighting you in the, upper and lower line right there. You just worry about keeping it straight and going.
Everybody files out down the straightaways, but then they go into the corners, and everybody's able to run a different line so far. See, so far everybody's working right around the 7 of Doug Ungari. Everybody's doing a great job with him on the old tires, and everybody else on fresh rubber. Eric Holly stretching it out, about a 5-car length lead right now over Cody Levette. Jamie Leach attached right to the back bumper of that 38 car.
These cats are starting to settle down a little bit. They realize they don't have, they don't have that fast repair anymore, and they know they got to keep this truck at the end of this race if they want a shot to win it. So they're doing a good job.
Cody Levette to the bottom of the track right now. The 2 of Jamie Leach is outside. They work through 1 and 2. Jamie Leach is going to have the momentum coming down this straightaway. Jamie Leach takes that position from Cody Levette, so that'll put the 2 truck up into second place. Cody Levette drops back into third. He'll just ride out back there. It's a long race yet, working lap 29, lap 30 here at the line.
They're doing a good job taking it down off that bottom, trying to shorten up this track as much as they can, and shooting it up to the top by that wall. They're doing a very good job not actually kissing that wall.
The battle that we're watching right now is between the 10 truck of Morgan and the 25 of Jordan Smith. The 10 truck actually makes his way around there as we were setting that up. Now he's got his eyes set on Wayne Carroll in the 21 truck sitting in the 4th position. Morgan started back in the 29th position, Bobby.
Yes, he did. Man, he was really just motoring right on up through here. I'll tell you what, though, he's not very impatient. Let's put it that way. He's doing a good job. He's trying to set this guy up here, Wayne Carroll, waiting for him to make that little mistake so he can kind of get that little hedge and just run right by him.
We got a battle for position right now between the 2 of Jamie Leach and the 8 of Eric Holly. As Eric Holly is going to hold off that 2 truck of Jamie Leach, and he's going to continue on. That's going to allow Cody Levette there to get a little bit of a run. He's going to catch these guys just a tad. About 2 car lengths off the back of Jamie Leach.
Yeah, these guys are starting to spread out a little bit. Now they can start concentrating. They can settle down. They can hit their marks. Try to get some good lap times in. Just basically, catch the guy in front of them just a little bit at a time. As I would like to say, like a herd of turtles, Roger. It's just a slow process.
That's right. When these guys get stretched out, they're going to be able to log laps here. Not worry so much about where everybody else is. Run the track. Not even halfway yet through this race.
Not at all, but we've seen a lot of action so far. Man, I think we're going to see a lot more before it's over.
We got a caution back there.
Yep, everybody's trying to avoid one up into the wall.
As I'm dropping, I'm not sure who that was. Bobby, I'm having timing and scoring issues.
It looks like I'd seen a 158 go into the wall here. I'm not sure if he got a little bit of help. He did not. It was, one of them spun out in front of him here.
Doug Ungari was involved.
Yeah, Doug spun out in front of him, it looks like.
Doug was on those old tires working into the corner.
Again, the old tires are going to bite you in the butt every time, especially at this track. And unfortunately, you pay the piper. They had no place to go, Roger. No place at all. Now you got to kind of wonder, think everybody's going to come in and grab some more of them fresh tires and try to top off a little bit more, even though they've only ran like a couple of laps on this pit stop?
They've been out there for about 11 laps. I'm going to guess they're about to come in. We saw the 12 of Robert Duvendak also took an adventurous ride through the grass.
He's just having a heck of a day today, isn't he?
So everybody is actually coming down pit road. I apologize for the issues we're having out there. I'm not sure what's going on. We haven't experienced anything like this before.
No, I'm getting the same thing here. I think it's an iRacing thing or something. It's really hard to try to keep up with the current event.
But we did have a couple guys stay out. The 38 of Cody Levette, he stayed out. We had spoke with him a little while ago. Mike Mock also stayed out. Eric Holly came in and brought everybody else with him.
And unfortunately, it looks like the hits keep right on coming for Robert Duvendak, because he just done a 360 in the pits trying to pull out of the pit.
Robert's having an unfortunate day with his 12 machine. Hopefully he can get everything straightened out and get the best finish he can. But we got another new guy up here in the front. The 69 of Matthew. Wow. Yeah, the 69 of Matthew up here in the third position. He elected actually did not come in either. He started back in the 37th position.
Apparently he didn't watch the Doug Unguy, his little incident he had there when he was running around on his tires and didn't have a whole lot of traction.
We're going to take a step away quick, Bobby. We're going to see if we can get some of these issues straightened out. We're going to play a quick video and we'll be right back.
The yellow flag is out.
Not sure what that is.
Pit road is
I don't know, I'm having a hard time with mine for some reason.
Keep
I
your
really
eye
am.
on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tires.
Yep, I'm getting the same.
3,
I'm getting the
2,
same thing.
1, now.
I try to go back to a replay it, and each one of the trucks drops out on me. Yeah, I've not had that before. This is new.
We're done. Get going.
Let's set some stuff here. We're coming back. All right, we're back here. We're sorry about all the issues that we're having. We've been restarting a lot of our things over here this evening. As Bobby's having issues, I'm having issues, but we're back here. We're not gonna leave you guys high and dry before the race is over. We're on lap 36 here, pacing once again. So, Bobby, what have you seen so far? What are you expecting the rest of the way?
I'm still expecting some long green flag runs here. I really am. I know I realize we've been having some cautions. We only had 2 cautions right now for 10 laps, but I think we're going to get right down. They're going to settle down a little bit, and I think they're going to spread apart, and we're going to have some long green runs. And when we do, we're going to get some slick tires, and we're going to get a slick track, and that wall's going to come into play again. I still feel this is going to be a fuel tire management win.
Tires are definitely going to play a big factor here in the closing laps. But out front, Cody Levette, Mike Mock, Matthew Grobelny, Eric Holly, Jordan Smith, Wayne Carroll, Jamie Leach, Morgan Beard, John Furness, and Christopher Monroe.
Yeah, we still got some guys that, that had some problems and issues starting out at the beginning of this race. I know Jeff Pogo's sitting back there in that 35th position. Robin Duvendak, he's back into 30th now. I mean, they're going to have to work their ways up through all this, and hopefully they're able to.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the guys that we're used to seeing up in the front have been wrapped up in some early incidents, but not the 38, not the 68, not the 69, or the 8. They're all up front, and we're about to drop the hammer and go back racing.
Yes, we are. And there we go. This time it looks like Cody Levette kind of picked up on the other guy there, because Susan, when it turned green, he hammered down and he was gone.
These guys don't have to wait around for anything special. They're allowed to go when as soon as the pace car drops off, they're able to go. He dropped the hammer and he went for it.
Yes, he did.
Right now, your battle between the 21 of Wayne Carroll and the 8 of Eric Holly.
Sitting up here are the 69 of Matthew and 68 there of Mike Mock. They're fighting pretty hard too.
Got a bunch of good battles. Everybody else behind this first, I'd say about 15 cars, 15 trucks. They've kind kind of single filed out as we see John Furness rebounding from that early incident there, him and Eric Holly.
Looks like the 21 right there, Wayne Carroll Jr. He just popped it up in the inside, and he's got the hammer down, and he is heading. He is heading out.
He's looking underneath that 69 of Matthew right now as he'll take the position going into the corner. Wayne Carroll Jr. is on a mission, but so is the 10 of Morgan Beard. He's on a mission himself. Jamie Leach right there. We've seen him up front battling. But the 129 of John Furness, he's also coming to the front. Bunch of good racing up here at the front.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Now, John Furness is quick. He's pretty fast. He's just setting these guys up a little bit and just waiting for them to make a mistake. And just as soon as that Jamie Leach makes a mistake, I can assure you he is going to take that position. As you see him diving down, why, he's just trying to draft off of him. Anything to give him a little bit of a headway.
That's right. Just setting him up, running the top. Fight your time, I guess.
Exactly. Waiting for that little all-important little mistake.
As we are now halfway currently on this run here at the 80 laps here over at Kansas Speedway. This is the USRA TNT Truck Series over here on MaxSpeedTV.
In the meantime, while we're watching all that, well, Cody Levette's checked out, man. He must have heard of a McDonald's somewhere around here, and he's trying to hit that drive-through real quick.
Cody Levette, he's got about a 4 or 5 car lengths lead right now over the 21 of Wayne Carroll. But remember, he's out there on old tires. Those guys behind him, they have new tires. So he wants to get out of town as soon as he could.
Good battle going on there with the 21 of Wayne Carroll and number 10 there of Morgan Baird. Great battle going on. I mean, he's just about pushing him down the backstretch right here.
Morgan is a Fenway race development driver over there for Jack Roush. As glad to see him out here. He does miss a couple races with these guys, but he's back in action here tonight as they have now caught the 38 of Cody.
Yeah, unfortunately, the tires are wearing down even more and more on him, and he just can't hold it down there.
He's running that high line. The high line is the place to be when tires wear out. You're going to see how these guys navigate him with the older tires, if they're going to be able to duck underneath him, if they're going to wait, you know, and just ride behind him. I don't see any of these guys just tucking in behind and riding when they're faster.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're doing a little tire saving right now. I think they know that that when they start to lose that tread, it's going to get slickery out here. And I think they're just biding their time and riding around and trying to do some tire management.
So we'd like to go through the field, but there's a battle up here at the front. We're going to stick right here for now. We're just going to give you a top 10 rundown. We got Cody Levette up here in first, Wayne Carroll Jr., Morgan Beard there in third, Jamie Leach fourth, John Furness fifth, Jordan Smith in the sixth, as we got another caution.
Yes, we do. See what we got going on here, Roger. Maybe I can.
Not sure what's happening. I'm thinking I'm pulling right now. So far it says Stephen Holmes just sliding off to the inside.
Yeah, that's about what I'm seeing right now, too. Nothing major. He just kind of lost it.
That's what we saw over here as he just came off the corner, locked her down. Unfortunate for him. Don't think he got too much damage. We're see if we can catch him. It looks like his truck's pretty clean yet.
Yeah, I don't think he hit anything that's going to cause any kind of a running problem or an issue with him whatsoever. I know one thing. There's one cat out there who's thanking God for this yellow caution. That's Doug Ungary. He wants his tires.
As I'm sure we're going to see a lot of guys come down as we do, as we're trying to get it to you, guys.
Well, you got some takers and you got some non-takers.
And that's been the story of the race so far. A lot of these guys, some of these guys have been staying out, some of these guys have been coming in.
Eric Holley up here, he decided to stay out. Puts him back up into the second place position. He's been up there in the top 5 just about all night long. He's got a really good run going for him.
Eric Holley, Jordan Smith, Jeff Pogo, a lot of these guys electing to stay out here.
Well, since we're on this little yellow caution here, I'm going to let everybody, all the fans out there, I'm going to let them know that I personally think that during that wedding reception we all got to go to of Robert Duvendax, I think you get the best dressed award, Roger. You want to tell them what you were wearing?
Anybody who knows me knows everything that I have is orange. Orange cars, orange soda. I am actually sitting currently in an orange basement, so I'm going to guess that everybody who's out there listening, thanks to Bobby, is going to be able to figure out what color suit I was wearing.
Yeah, I tell you what, it almost looked like an eclipse when I walked into the room and seen that cat. I have to admit, though, it was definitely a classy suit. It was so bright and so orange, you had to love it.
That's right. Anybody who's over on the USAR Facebook page, and anybody who's out there in Facebook land or over here on YouTube watching, you guys are more than welcome to go join that. You guys can get a piece of the action over there. My picture's over there, thanks to Jeff Pogo, Dan Dill. Thank those guys for the wonderful pictures, I guess, for the evening. I'm sure Robert Duvendack in 20 years in his marriage here, I'm sure he's going to go back and be like, who is everybody that was at my wedding? Ah, the guy in the orange suit. There's Roger.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a memory that's been etched in my my brain for life.
But that's not all they're going to remember. They're definitely going to see the pictures of you with blue cupcake all over your face. But, I mean, we won't go there with that one.
Oh, no, we will not. But I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to get ready and go green here.
That's right. As they're coming back around, they should get about one to go this time. As the 18 of Stephen Holmes, he's still getting a little bit of damage fixed. He had a little bit of front-end damage, but he'll be all right. He'll be good to go.
Hey, look who's up there leading this bad boy.
Jordan Smith in the 25 has made his way to the front from the 23rd position.
I wonder if he was one of them that had taken 2 tires earlier on that pit stop.
I'm not sure, and unfortunately we can't grab an interview with him as we were talking about my orange suit, thanks to Bobby. So these guys are going to line him up double file here and get ready to go. Jordan Smith is going to elect to take the outside. Eric Holly, who's been a front runner all evening here, he's going to go to the inside. Cody Levette, we saw him lead that nice stretch of green flag laps there. He's going to start it back in 3rd. Ray Mazzozo Jr. in the 158. He's up to the front. Christopher Monroe in the 45. He's up front. The 2 of Jamie Leach. Wayne Carroll Jr. in the 7th position. John Furness in the 8th. Zach Nichols, after electing to go to the back again here this evening, or EOL, we did not get any confirmation on that. He's going to sit in your 9th position. And Dalton Kilroe, he's out there in that 41 machine in 10th.
Oh, the lights are off on the pace car, Roger. They're getting ready to come out of turn 3 into 4 here. I think we're going to see a pretty good race. I think these cats are going to settle down just a little bit. They really can't afford to bang up these trucks much more.
As we are over halfway, we got about 32 to go as we're about to take the green flag. Jordan Smith is off. He's not waiting around for Eric Holly or Cody Levette. He's going to take it right away.
He jumps out to about a 2-car length, but Eric's is not so quick, not so fast, big boy. I'm not going to let you run away with this.
You see these front guys pretty much get single filed out, other than 21 of Wayne Carroll Jr. He's working over the 129, or sorry, yeah, the 21 of Wayne Carroll's working over the 129 of John Furness. They're trying to work their way back to the front. You saw them guys up front battling it out there right before that yellow came out. As Furness is going to jump to the inside of the 158. He'll make it work, and now he's going to look to the inside of the 21.
You got good battles going all over on this track here. I mean, you got a good bunch up here with the 129 and the 21 there. They're fighting out pretty well. At the 3 wide back here in the back.
Jamie Leach is 3 wide there with Dalton Kilroe and Lieutenant Morgan. Great runs here by a lot of guys. Jamie Leach having a great run. Morgan's having a great run.
No, everybody's using their heads right now. They know it's getting down to crunch time here. You know, they're trying to set themselves up to have a good run. But you can't have a good run if you got a banged up truck. So they're all doing a real good job so far.
And another guy who's out there having a great run, that's the 40 of Josiah Millen. As you see a truck get into the wall there, I'm not sure who that was right in front of a bunch of those guys as the caution's out again.
Well, I don't know what else to say, buddy. Slippery, slippery, slippery.
Let's Let's see, it looks like it's going to be Danny Venezuela is what I'm getting. Not sure if that's correct or not, but we're going to take it back and see if we can hop on board back here in the back. Got a couple trucks blinking out, and there they disappear.
And that's another problem, especially with the iRacing situation. You're behind somebody or whatever, and they blink out for a little bit, then they pop back up on your screen. I mean, you know, be honest with you, it scares the crap out of you. You don't know what really to do.
Here we go. Jeff Pogo's blinking in and out. Brandon Bogo having a little bit of a connection issue. Looks like, I'm not sure what happened there. We just saw Danny just kind of jump complete sideways. That was rather interesting right there.
Nothing kind of surprises me anymore. You don't never know. I've seen trucks on cars, and I'm sure you have too, where they'll blink out or whatever, they'll ghost out, and you'll see them up in the air 30 feet. Just one of those things.
Get another replay here. Let's see if we can grab the 04. Because we're not... Well, I guess we're not going to be able to.
That John Furnace of the 129 right there. Personally, that's my favorite paint scheme. That's the paint scheme that I run when I run the trucks. Absolutely love the old Davey Allison look. But he's a smart little character right there, buddy. He's just hanging around, waiting, picking them off one at a time. He's doing a good job trying to keep it nice and clean, and you know he's sitting in the 5th position. He's going to be someone to watch here too.
Let's see if I can get a hold of the 04. I think he's out here in chat. Let's see if I can get him. Danny Venezuela, you got a copy. It's Roger up in the booth.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Danny, what happened there? We're having connection issues up here in the booth. We seeing trucks disappear on the track, and we just saw you jet completely sideways coming out of 2.
I was trying to get inside that 61 truck, and looked like another truck came up inside me and just tapped my back end, and it was gone.
That's unfortunate. We saw you have a great run. You worked your way to the front there a little while ago, and now you're buried back in the pack once again.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a rough race, but I'm still having a good time.
What are you seeing out there this evening? You working the top lane, the bottom lane. What's working for you?
I'm running that high line and just trying to work with whatever I can see in front of me.
All right. Well, hey, we'll get you back down there to your teammates. You guys can discuss some issues or whatever you got going on, and good luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thank you.
And that was Danny Venezuela.
Well, Roger, we got some pretty good fellers out here. Jordan Smith leading this thing, Cody Levette in 2nd, Eric Holly in the 3rd, Christopher Monroe in the 4th, 5th, John Furnace, 6th, Zach Nichols, Wayne Carroll 7th, 8th, Dalton Kilroy, 9th, Jamie Leach, and 10th, Morgan Baird. That's your top 10 right there. And you know what? It could be any one of those cats' race because these guys they're good up here.
I'll take you a little farther. 11th place, the 158 of Raymond Mezzozo Jr., the 40 of Josiah Millen, the 46 of Joe Renard, the 14 of Jeffrey Price, and the 42 of Tyler Dugan. That's going to be your top 15. Your next 5 guys, the 12 of Robert Duvendak. We saw him have some issues. The 68 of Miroslav Mock, the 159 of Evan Pienta, the 88 of Jarrett Reichard, the 76 of Jim Walton. That's your top 20.
It's gonna be fun, Roger. It's not gonna be a boring race by no means. I hope they took tires when they could because they're gonna need them because this track seems to be chewing them up pretty good as the lights are off in the pace car.
Lights are off. They're gonna double them back up. They're gonna get these boys wound up around that top rim riding again. As I don't believe anybody actually came in there out of the top 20. I think they pretty much all stayed out.
Yeah, they did. We'll see how that works out for them. Like I said, some of these guys are doing good tire management. They're being very, very, very cautious on their steering. They're turning. They're not turning sharp. They're really trying to flow in and out of those turns, get it up on the wall there. As long as you don't squeal your tire, you don't lose the tread. You hear me?
Absolutely. As we're working through turn 3 and 4 right now, we're waiting on this dreaded Mustang to get off the track because we're tired of seeing it. We like to just see these boys in their trucks out there running around.
Well, I think he heard you, Roger, because you just stage left. He's out of
Right,
here.
stage left, and Jordan Smith on the loud pedal. Back to green flag racing over here at the USRA TNT Truck Series. Jordan Smith's jumping out to the front. Eric Holly right there slotting in second place, and Cody Levesque's going to look to go to the inside there on Eric Holly. He's going to shut the door, though. John Furness right behind Cody.
Yes, he is. He's pretty near pushing him down that backstretch. See if he can make him move here on this turn 3. Looks like he's just going to stay right with him. But then again, Cody's dropping down, and he's seeing a little bit of air there and an opening for Eric Holland. He's going to try to get up there and get that number 2 position away from him.
We got a great battle here for second place. Eric Holly, Cody Levesque, John Furness, all but 3 wide there coming through the tri-oval. They almost got together. That was the 38 and the 8. They were able to stay off each other. Holly takes it to the outside, Levesque to the inside.
And as you can see, the outside is the place to be. You can really pick up some good momentum up there on that top side as Cody starts to drift back just a little bit.
As they're all but 3 wide, and Zach Nichols in the 15 wants to join the party up here. They are 3 wide through the tri-oval.
Getting a little bit of help on that top side. They're sticking together pretty doggone close.
That's the 10 pushing the 41 of Dalton Kilroy. As Dalton Kilroy just banks it off the wall a little bit there going through turn 1 and 2.
He gave it a little kiss.
We got another caution.
Yes, we do.
This time, I am not showing anybody on my screen.
Let's blame it on a shoe booty.
Well, let's go back, because I also see Danny Valenzuela off pace. As we had just spoke with Danny, unfortunately. As that's not what we are looking for, iRacing. Thank you for the help, though. That's not what we're looking for either.
Nah, iRacing's not being very user-friendly tonight for us, or is it, Roger?
Absolutely not.
Well, the 04 is definitely off base. He's heading into the pits right now, so he definitely got into a skirmish with something.
Let's see, we're going to ride around if iRacing's going to allow us, as everything's red again. And then it jumps straight to Danny Valenzuela on the apron. Well, unfortunately, not sure what's going on. iRacing's, like Bobby said, not being user-friendly tonight. But these guys are bringing it down pit road again, Bobby.
Oh, yeah. They're coming down. They're going to get their fuel. They're going to get their tires. And they're going to be happy campers. And it's 21 to go. So, Roger, it's crunch time. There's no friends out here anymore. I don't have a friend nowhere to be found. It's going to be one for all and all for one.
That's right. 60 laps into this 80-lap race here at Kansas Speedway. Bobby, I'm going to see if we can get a hold of Zach Nichols, because he went to the front, went to the back. Let's see after he's done with this pit stop if I can get a hold of him. Zach Nichols, you got a copy. It's Roger and Bobby up in the booth.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Zach, you qualified on the pole today, and you elected to go to the back of the field once again. What was up with that?
Hold on. Sorry, I had people yelling in my ear. Oh, I just got a black flag. Well, that's not good. But, yeah, what's up? Sorry.
Well, unfortunate for that little issue you had right there. We're sorry about that. But you qualified up front again today, and then you elected to go to the back. What's with that?
Just a couple incidents from last week. Just had to start back here. But, yeah, I guess that's, yeah.
Well, we saw you come in and get fresh tires. You're going to have about 20 to go once we go back racing. What's your plan from here on out?
Just to stay out of the wrecks. Hopefully these fresh tires will get me through the field. But my plan is probably just stay out the rest of the race. If people pit for the next caution, if there is one.
Well, hopefully there's no caution, as you are actually going to be slotted. It looks like in about the 16th place. Going to be the first truck on new tires.
Yep.
Are tires meeting that much out there tonight?
I don't know. We haven't really we only got a 10 lap running, and it had to get off the gas quite a bit. But definitely, if you run the inside the first couple laps, you do wear them out a lot.
So the outside's the place to be.
Yes.
All right, well, hey, good luck the rest of the way. You got those fresh tires. You're back there with a couple guys that were up front running all evening. Hopefully you can bring that 15 truck to the front.
Thank you.
He's not got too far to go, Roger. He's only sitting in his 16th position, and we got about 20 laps to go. Yeah, he's got time.
Plenty of time left on the ticker. Unfortunately, these yellow flag laps are taken away from our green flag racing. It's just eating into what these guys have to race for.
I think some of these guys might have forgot that they lost their quick repairs.
Maybe, but up front, we still got the 25 of Jordan Smith. He's going to elect to take that outside lane again. Eric Holly up front battling all evening. Chris Monroe, he's up there as they see it, tickers swapping back and forth. They don't know who they want to give it to. John Furness, though, he's going to be in that 3rd position. Christopher Monroe will slot into the 4th position. And Dalton Kilroy, a new guy, we saw him last week out here, he's going to be 5th.
Again, watch out for that John Furness. Him and Eric Holly both. All these guys up here, I mean, they're smart drivers. They know how to set each other up and wait for someone to make a mistake. The problem is these guys up here are so doggone good. Really, they don't make a mistake, and you got to force the issue. And what happens when you try to force an issue, Roger?
That dreaded yellow flag once again. We got some fans out there. Rudy Cummings, thanks for tuning in. John Hanna, welcome also. John's been with us all evening out here.
Nice to hear from you there, John. Appreciate you watching us as we're going to get ready to go green. These boys are starting to tighten things up here a little bit.
That's right. Take her away, Bobby. You got it.
All right. There goes that dreaded Mustang. And here we go. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going to get a good jump on the outside. That's going to be Jordan Smith, and he did get a decent jump. He's out there about 2-3 car lengths ahead right now. We're still nose to tail coming around to this turn number 1 right here. They're fighting it out on the bottle. Looks like Eric Holly is able to hold off into the 2nd position, but that John Furness, he is right there on his butt.
The battle is for about the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position as you got Eric Holly in the 8, John Furness in the 129. They are battling for the 2nd position as Holly takes to the outside. Furness going to run the inside.
Christopher Monroe is right back up in there again, and they're fighting up to get a little bit of that breath thing going as he flies down there underneath there to that white line. He's trying to get up in there and get around Eric Holly, and it looks like he's going to take him out on that low line. He is going to pass him. Eric looks like he might have bumped into that wall a little bit.
Eric had a little bit of a bobble as he's now buried next to the 10 truck of Morgan Beard as they're going to work it out. The 10 is going to duck him behind the 8 as the 41 of Kilroy is going to go to the inside of the 10.
And right now, Jordan Smith and John Furness, they're kind of liking what they're seeing in the back there. They're just saying, fight away, boys. Fight all you want.
As they come across the stripe, Jordan Smith still out front. John Furness in the 129 second. Christopher Monroe up into the 3rd spot.
They're doing a really good job. Everybody's kind of calm and patient. Of course, they're all trying to get that high line to get that speed going. As you can see, the 21 right there, Wayne Carroll just gave Eric Holly one heck of a shove. And you're going to see Robert Duvenbach do the same thing to him.
Robert Duvenbach, he's worked his way back up into that 7th position, going for the 6th position right now under the 21 of Wayne Carroll Jr. Good seeing Robert rebound after having issues early on in the race.
Oh, yeah, that guy's had a rough day so far.
Another guy having a great run. That's the 40 of Josiah Millen there. He's getting passed, though, right now by the 41 of Dalton Kilroy. I'm not sure why he got buried back there. We saw him battling up front. But there he is, the guy we were just talking with under that yellow, Zach Nichols. He's the guy with fresh tires. He is the guy coming.
Yes, he is coming. Also, looks like it's a great battle going on right here with the number 10 of Morgan Beard. And I'm not sure who the other guy is right there beside him right now, 45.
As we got a battle for the lead, though, Bobby. John Furness looking to the inside of Jordan Smith off turn 2.
Yes, he is. He's going to keep him up on that high side. That high side's a lot quicker than that low side. We're going to see if he's going to be able to hold that bottom line. He's going to slide.
Not quite clear, Bobby, as the 25 is going to fight back on the outside. That's allowing that 45 of Christopher Monroe to get back up into the battle. That's also bringing along the 10 and the 8 and the 21.
Yeah, see, now it's reversed. Now the guys up front are battling out, and the guys behind them, they're loving what they're seeing. Again, battle it out, boys. Let's catch up with you. As it looks like
contact.
He just touched him.
Contact between the leaders of the 129 of Furness and the 25 of Smith. 25's off the pace. We're going to stay green. Now Christopher Monroe going to the point. He's going to slide up. It doesn't stick. The 129 with a crossover.
Well, these guys are definitely really, really tight back here for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th position.
I'm sure Jordan Smith is unhappy, but that was racing incident. He just kind of slid up. They got collected. As now they're 3 wide back here with Nichols, Smith, and Duvendak as they work it out.
Jordan slipped all the way back into the 6th position. Yeah, he's got some issues going on with that truck.
As the 12 truck of Eric, or Robert Duvendak is looking to the inside of the 8 of Eric Hawley. Their teammates there, they're probably not going to battle it too hard. But Wayne Carroll Jr. right in front of them. Morgan Beard in the 3rd position. Christopher Monroe in the 2nd position. And John Furness now out front.
John Furness is just praying, come on, boys. Keep it straight. Keep it clean. I do not want to see no caution.
But the battle is still back here between the 8, the 15, and the 12. That's your top battle right now. As they're single filed out, but a little ways back, Kilroy and the 25th of 25 of Jordan Smith, they're battling out for the 9th. Kilroy's going to slip up right in front of the wounded 25 truck as he just dropped connections a little bit. Right there in 10th place is that 40 of Josiah Millen. Right behind him, the 88 of Jarrett Riker, the 38 of Cody Levette, Steve Holmes in 13th. They're all right there battling it out for that top 10.
Yes, they are. They're running down Jordan Smith, and they're going right by him like he's going backwards. He's definitely got a little bit of problem when he hit that wall.
As you see the 38 of Cody Levette looking to the inside, just past the 88 going into the corner, looking to pass the 40 of Josiah Millen and take the 25 all at the same time. He's one of those guys that came in and took fresh tires.
Yeah, and those fresh tires are just a dream come true for these guys right now.
Out front, it's still John Furness. Don't worry, you guys aren't missing anything out front. Their battles, though, are right here as we got a caution.
We had a caution. Trying to figure out, there it is. Looks like the 78 and the number 3 are spinning around here a little bit. Not sure what's happened. I'm trying to figure it out myself. iRacing's not being friendly with me.
All right, well, let's see if we can go back and catch the replay. Ken Pryor, how you doing out there in chat? Let's see if we can catch this replay. Well, there we go again. Infamous iRacing just deciding it wants to drop.
Yeah, it's not going to give it to us. But I can assure you those two cats were definitely spinning out of the way, down into the grass. Definitely a racing, just probably a racing incident. I mean, we're getting down to the wire here, Roger.
And I apologize to anybody out there out there on YouTube watching us. I'm sorry for the issues we're having. Unfortunately, it's not just me. It's also my co-anchor, as I have red lights all over my screen right now, as now it finally comes back and we see Cold Day just on the apron.
Yeah, it's just as well we didn't see that replay anyway, because let's face it, any caution is not pretty.
As Jordan Smith is going to bring it down in that 25 truck, he's going to come down pit road, get some of that damage fixed. Hopefully he can rebound, as we're going to have about 5 to go once we come back green.
Yeah, and you're not going to see nobody's going to go into that pit road, and they're not going to lose that valuable track position. So basically what it's going to boil down to right now is who saved their tires.
That's going to be the question of who saved tires and who didn't, as I currently got John Furness out there on 29-lap old tires, along with everybody else up there. Zach Nichols is going to be the first guy on newer tires. That's going to be 15-lap old tires for Nichols.
Also, don't forget Cody 11th in the 9th position. He's not doing too awful bad. He's sitting there in 15 old tires, too. They're going to really appreciate that when this green flag drops. I think you might want to watch those two cats. I think they're gonna make a little bit of headway here.
So we're gonna have to keep our eyes on that 15 truck of Zach Nichols, as he did start on the pole tonight. Elected to go to, well, we already got a couple incidents from last weekend that he had to serve, so he went to the back. But Cody Levette, who also started in that 7th position, currently sitting in the 9th position. Those two are your front guys that have fresh tires.
Well, he's done a really good job from having to go to the bad boy trailer for a few incidents or whatever. But you know what? Everybody's been there. Everybody does it. Heck, a couple guys went to the bad boy trailer last weekend, and I believe they got breakfast.
Everybody was in the bad boy trailer, but you, Robert Duvendak, picked up that tab for us.
Yeah, unbelievable. Breakfast, and I missed it. Story of my life.
Always late, huh?
always late.
But
But anyway.
But you know who's not going to be late? John Furness. He's out front.
No, he's not going to be late at all. As a matter of fact, he's going to be about as early as he could possibly be.
There's your top 5 on the screen. Furness out front, Monroe second, Beard. There in third place, Carroll, and then Nichols. That's your top 5. As we're going to line them up probably here. This is going to be the last green flag stunt, Bobby. These guys are probably going to get pretty aggressive coming to the green.
Oh, they're going to get extremely aggressive. Like I said before, you're going to see mouses being thrown, water bottles, chewing tobacco spitters, whatever they can get their hands on, cell phones. This right here, it's all going to be balls to the wall. Nobody's going to care about anything or anybody. And it's going to be nasty right here.
We're hoping we can finish this one out green. I'm sure everybody that's out there this evening, they want to finish it out green. We should get one to go here. We're watching the lights on the pace car. Hopefully we can get that Mustang up and out of the frames here. I'm sure Morgan wants a shot here at John Furness.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
You think there's any contact right now between the 129 of Furness and the 10 of Morgan? Any communication saying, hey, give me a good push here on this restart, or when I'm going to go?
You know, I don't know if he did, but I know if he has an opportunity to. I don't think he's going to have to worry about it. Morgan knows he's going to have to help him get by that 45 of Christopher Monroe if he wants any shot at this. Same goes for the 21 of Wayne Carroll. He knows he's got to get up there and he's got to push Christopher into 45.
We've got a lot of fast cats up here in the top 10. Remember, keep our eyes on the 15 of Nichols and also on the 38 of Cody Levitt. Those guys are the guys with fresh tires. After that, you got to go all the way back to about the 12th position, Jamie Leach on fresh tires. And then after that, all the way back to 15th with Tyler Dugan. So let's keep our eyes on that 15 and the 38 because they got fresh tires as we're working through turn 3 and 4. This is going to be the last green flag restart that we have here tonight. Hopefully we can go the rest of the way under green as they're about to get going.
As you can see, they are really tightening it up. They do not want the advantage.
John Furness holding them back.
He is holding them way back. New strategy here, Roger.
And there we go. Green flag's out. Now he's on the loud pedal. He jumps out ahead of that 45 of Monroe. The 10 is following him. The 15 of Nichols right there on the inside also. He's coming.
Nichols jumped down here to get into that little bit of a draft, a little bit of a shove, and it pretty much took 45 and put him back.
That's right. Top 3 right now. Furness, Beard, Nichols, Monroe there in 4th, Carroll in 5th, Holly 6th, Duvendak in 7th. Let's see if Nichols can get up there with those fresh tires.
And you know what? He is. He's gaining on that number 10 of Morgan Beard. The problem is now you got 45 that's up there, and how they're battling out now, going down into the inside, trying his best to get in front of John Furness. And it looks like, looks like John Furness just tapped that wall, but no big deal. He's still back up on that loud pedal again, and he's coming right back down on the inside to try to take him out.
We saw a nice move there going through the front stretch by the 10 to get to the inside of the 129, but going into turn 1 and 2, the 10 slips to the outside, the 129 to the inside. He's going to take it back going into the turn 3. The 15, though, looking into the inside of the 129.
Yep, the 10, he smacked up against the wall. He lost his momentum. He's going to be out of this picture, it looks like, for a little bit here. It's just going to be down between these two cats, Zach Nicholas and John Furness. And Nicholas has got the better tire.
That's right. He's got about 14 lap fresher tires there on that 15. Let's see if it's going to pay off or if Furness is going to be able to hold him off.
2 to go, Roger. It's going to be 2 to go. We're going to sit right here, and we're going to watch this race. This is going to be a good little battle right here. I'm surprised how much Furness is able to get out in front of him when he's on those older tires like that.
Furness coming to the 1 to go here at the line. Furness still out front. Nichols there in 2nd.
Takes it high up against that wall.
That's your battle right now. Does Nichols have anything left in the tank of that 15 Silverado?
Nichols is running it hard. He's going to run it really hard up in here to this turn 3 right here.
We got guys spinning in the back there, but it's the last lap. We got to stay up here with the action. Nichols is going to dive to the inside. Is he going to have the space? Is he going to have enough grip?
Oh, I don't know. He's got to pinch him down and do some blocking. It's blocking time, Roger.
Furness is going to bring her home. The 129 of John Furness is going to take the checkered here tonight. Zach Nichols is going to come home 2nd. Great run by Nichols from the front to the back to the front again here this evening. That's 2 weeks in a row he's started out front, had to go to the back.
You know what? I don't think it bothers this guy one bit. He is a good driver. But you know what? My hat's off right now to John Furness because he was on some old tires right there, but he was able to have great tire management as you see those guys give themselves a little high-five bump.
That's right. We see right there the 15 and the 129. Those were your top two, as they're all going to hold it or come to a halt there on the front stretch. Oh, I'm not sure why we're trying to show the replay. But wrong button, my mistake.
Yeah, that's really classy right there, Roger. That's something we need to see more of in iRacing. You know, these guys are a good bunch of guys, good bunch of drivers here, and they're just having a good old time. As you see, the 15 right there, first and second place, they're all just barreling around, spinning around. I mean, he's just as excited for him as the other guy is for the second place. You know what I mean?
Let's see if we can catch some of these guys out there. Zach Nichols, we know he's out there. We'll drop him down into the waiting room. We'll be right back here with you guys. We're going to play a short little video, and we'll be right back with you.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
All right, race fans, we're back. We don't have tonight's winner out here in the lobby to speak with, so we're going to pull somebody else. We're going to pull the guy who brought her home in the 4th position. Let's see if I can get a word in with him. Morgan Beard, you got a copy. It's Roger and Bobby in the booth.
How about you, Morgan? You got a copy? I don't think Morgan's got a copy.
Well, we'll give him a second. We saw Morgan go from the back of the field to the front of the field there at one time. He was, let's see if we can pull him up. There he is. He actually started in the 29th position, worked his way to the front, bringing that 10 truck home in the 4th position. Morgan, you got a copy. It's Bobby and Roger in the booth. Well, it looks like we're going to be unable to talk to the 10 truck of Morgan. Unfortunate for him. He had a great run going. We saw him battling there with Furness for the lead there at the end. Unfortunately, he had to slip up a little bit, if you want to say, Bobby, and just got into the wall.
Yeah, that's going to happen. I mean, you got to do everything you can do. That last lap battle right there is an excellent job by John Furness doing what he was doing. He was, instead of running that high wall, he kind of brought her down into the middle, and he says, if you're going to pass me, I'm just going to squeeze you down here, and you got no choice but to let off the gas or you're going to hit me. So that was a smart play on John's part.
All right, let's see if we can get a word in then with our 3rd place finisher. 3rd place finisher out here tonight, Christopher Monroe. Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Chris, congratulations. Way to bring that 45 home in 3rd place. You started up front tonight, and you kind of slipped back a little bit. What happened there?
I pitted too early and took tires, so I had to work my way back to the front. And for some reason, my truck just would not take off on restart, so I had to get going on a green a few laps to really get going.
Yeah, we saw that 45 truck definitely come up to pace there after a couple green flag laps. How was the track out there tonight? We saw a lot of guys running that outside lane, playing tag with the outside wall, if you want to say.
I tried not to play tag, but yeah, the fast line seemed to be a little quicker, keeps the momentum up, and I took just 2 right sides on the last stop, and it really seemed to help the truck turn.
Bob, you got anything for our 3rd place finisher, the 45 of Christopher Monroe?
Christopher, Bobby, I got to tell you, you did a heck of a job there running that up there into 3rd place. But what was going through your mind when you seen those 2 cats up in front of you battling it out? I'm pretty sure you're probably hoping that they kind of screw up a little bit so you could go right up there and get between them at some point.
I actually had that happen last night. Same exact scenario, same laps to go. and the leader got turned, and I almost clipped the nose of him. So I was actually hoping that they just race side by side, and maybe I could get one of them. But I wanted them to stay clean and keep going. I had enough of wrecking.
Yeah, I hear you. And it was clean. It was very clean. You guys all ran very clean up there this last 6 laps. That just shows your professionalism that you've got in this league. I think it's pretty awesome to see that. You did a great job keeping it clean. And how did you feel about the no repair, fast repair in this event?
I actually was unaware of it, but I love it. I think it's going to make guys, race a little smarter, race a little cleaner. I mean, it's no sense taking chances, especially 3 wide early on, stuff like that. We got to get some green flag laps in the race. Can't pass anybody under caution.
Exactly. I think the admins have done a great job making that rule change. I think it's going to be better for this league and much better for the fans out there that's watching this racing. Again, congratulations on your 3rd place finish. Good luck next week.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And, yes, we will see you next week.
All right, that was your 3rd place finisher there. The 45, Christopher Monroe. The guy we talked to, Bobby, right before that, I guess the last stint, the 15 of Zach Nichols. We got him. Take her away.
Zach, Bobby and Roger up in the booth. You got me?
Heck yeah.
I'm going to tell you what, pal. Watching you is exciting, buddy. There's no doubt about it. What was going through your head there in those last 6 laps?
Just trying not to hit the wall, that's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Hitting the wall. Tires means everything, especially on this track, and you got to run that high line all the way around here to get your speed. It kind of looked like things was going to work out in your favor a little bit, and unfortunately the guys kept off each other, and you wasn't able to get back up there and get it done.
Yeah, driving through that field before that final yellow came out really tore my tires apart. I wish I didn't, because I could have probably had a little bit more for John.
Well, we thought you did have enough for him, to be honest with you. We were watching you move your way up through there, and sure enough, that's exactly what you were doing. You did a really good job tonight. So, hey, don't get too hard on yourself there, big guy. You did a heck of a job, and you had a lot of fun watching you run this. And looking forward to seeing you next week, see what you can do.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back next week, because this league's a ton of fun.
It is a ton of fun. Some really good drivers out here, good respectable drivers out here, too. And, of course, Roger and I, we just have a blast broadcasting you guys. It's definitely not boring, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, Zach, got a question for you, though.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it exciting and drop to the back again next week?
Oh, we'll find out.
That seems to be the story of late. Zach Nichols qualifies on the pole. Zach Nichols goes to the back to start the race.
I think Zach found out they're giving out breakfast in the Bad Boy trailer, and I think he's eating on us.
All right, well, hey, Zach, congratulations on your 2nd place finish here tonight. 1 spot shy from last week, but 2 good weeks back-to-back for that 15 truck. Anybody you got to thank? Mistress?
Thank you guys for broadcasting. I like to go back and watch the races. I don't know why, I just do.
Oh, it's probably because of hearing our great voices.
Maybe. I'd like to thank the league for putting it on. And I don't know, teammate Morgan this race.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for your teammate Morgan. He had a great run. He was battling up there with Furness and yourself, and unfortunately, late race contact with the wall dropped him back to 4th. But hey, congratulations. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
That was your 2nd place finisher, Zach Nichols in the 15. He qualifies on the pole. He drops all the way to the back. We saw him do it last week too, Bobby. From the back to the front 2 weeks in a row for the 15.
And it doesn't matter where this guy's at. He's got some talent here. He knows these trucks pretty well. And I don't care. You can probably put him a lap down and eventually get that lap back anyway and beat everybody. I mean, he's got that truck on a rail, and he is really fast.
As we look here at our caution laps tonight here from Kansas, we had 8 cautions. I'm sorry if you can hear the rain outside. We got tornado warnings going off right now. 8 cautions tonight, 32 laps. Unfortunate, but we had 9 lead changes. We had great lead changes there at the front here this evening from Kansas. Well, Bobby, I guess it's time that we run through this order. I'll take
My
it
buddy,
first.
you're not gonna like me, my friend, but you're gonna have to run through this whole entire order because my screen just went blank on me.
Well, thank you, iRacing. No worries, buddy. I got it up and running. We're good to go here. Here's your unofficial results here from Kansas for the USRA TNT Truck Series. We got John Furness in the 129. He's going to be your winner here this evening. Zach Nichols in the 15. He started on the pole, dropped to the back, made his way back up front to finish one spot shy. Second place for Nichols. 45 of Monroe is going to bring it home right there in third. Morgan, who had a great run, unfortunately going to finish in the fourth spot. And a guy who we were watching from the start had a little bit of issue. The wedding man himself, Robert Duvendak, great rebound for him, bringing that 12 machine home fifth. Sixth place going to be Cody Levette there in that 38. He battled up front. Unfortunately, he came in for those fresh tires, just didn't have enough time to get to the front. Jordan Smith in that 25, going to bring it home in seventh. A couple issues there in that final stint also himself. Wayne Carroll Jr. going to bring it home in eighth. Eric Holly started up front, battled up front, ninth place. Good top 10 for Holly. Dalton Kilroy right there in the 41. That's going to be your 10th place finisher. After that, we get back to the 11th place. That's Jamie Leach there. Stephen Holmes going to bring it home in the 12th position. Dan Dill, very quiet today, bringing it home 13. I think he started on the pit road, went a lap down early on, but rebounds for a nice 13th place finish. I think that's the best finish he's had all year so far. 14th is going to be Tyler Dugan. 16th is Hewitt. That's Ed Hewitt in the 161. New guy, haven't seen him out here. Coming home in the 16th place is going to be the 40 of Josiah Millen. Then the 17th place, it's going to be Miroslav Mock in that 68. Jared Hagedorn, another quiet guy. The only time we heard from Jared Hagedorn tonight was when we saw him cut through the grass to avoid a wreck. So that's 22 is going to come home 18th. The 19th position is going to go to the 14 of Jeffrey Price. 20th position is going to be Doug Ungari. 21st position, that's going to be Raymond Mazzozo Jr. 22nd is going to be the 13 of Mickey Reed. 23rd position goes to the 159 Evan Pienta. Joe Renaud is going to bring that 46 machine home in the 24th position. Skip Carmen in the 19. He's going to bring that machine home in the 25th position. Behind them, 27th, Randy Axner. 26th. I laugh every time I see Michael's picture. Michael Grobelny there in the 26th position. One day, Mike, we're going to get it right. 28th position is going to be the new guy out there tonight, Jared Reichert. 29th position, we saw him up front there for a little while. That's going to be Scandarito. 30th position, we saw him lead quite a few laps here tonight. Going to be the 78 of Brandon Bogo. 31st position, the 61 of Schmidt. Coming in right there in the 33rd position. We didn't hear much from him, but that's going to be Jim Walton this evening. 32nd position, David Carmen. 34th position going to be the 04 at Danny Valenzuela. 35th position, didn't hear a lot from him. Quite a few laps down, 13 laps down to be precise. Or 24 laps down, that's going to be Jeffrey Pogo. 36th position, Anthony Reynolds. That's going to be a tough break for him because he was up there in the points. The 3 of Cold Day, we saw his struggles. Frank DeAngelis is going to bring it home in the 38th position. And Craig Learman back there in the 39th position. He actually did not make the call this evening. But right there, that's your 40 or your 39 cars that took the showed up here for the night. John Furness is going to be your winner. Zach Nichols, second place. Monroe in third. Bobby, closing statements, anything you got to say out there?
Good race. They used their heads. A few cautions, not too awful bad. Basically, guys were saving their tires and trying to save some fuel at the same time, and he who saves those tires comes out ahead, and that's exactly the way it looked like it was tonight. But you know what, Roger? This is all fine and dandy. Pretty wide track. Everything is pretty great. No problems there. Man, wait till next week.
And as you say it, we get it on screen. Next week is going to be the test.
It's going to be a blast.
Next week, week 6 over here with the USR TNT boys. Bristol, baby.
There's nothing like it, a half-a-mile track, the fastest half-a-mile track in the United States. This is what I was told when I went there. But I'm going to tell you, this is fast. These trucks, there's no room for error, and you don't have time to think about nothing. You better be able to react quicker than a dragster guy can react going down the straightaway. because wrecks after wrecks, there's going to be hotheads. It's just going to be, well, for us guys broadcasting it and the people watching it, it's going to be fun. For the drivers, it's going to suck.
That's right. We're excited to hop over to Bristol, Tennessee there for the Bristol Motor Speedway. That's going to be 120 laps next week. That's going to be another track just like tonight. High line, high line, high line.
It's going to be, again, probably one of the best races that we're going to be able to broadcast with these trucks so far. It's going to be exciting. It's definitely not going to be a boring. And more than likely, it's going to be a little bit of a long race, too. If you think this thing's going to come out of there caution-free, you might as well play the lottery, because this is not going to happen.
All right, as we're showing you the schedule right there, we're just about to hop off here, guys. But, hey, tonight's winner, John Furness, congratulations. Unfortunately, unable to get in an interview with him. Zach Nichols in your second place, Christopher Monroe third, Morgan Beard there in the 10 truck. He brought it home fourth, and Robert Duvendak in fifth place. Congratulations to all those guys. But, hey, we're going to hop off. We're going to catch you next week, Knuckleheads. Same place, same time. MaxSpeedTV, USRA, Roger and Bobby, we're out.
See ya.
MaxSpeedTV would like to thank our partners here at MaxSpeedTV, starting with Colby Eye Paints. If you're in the market for a new paint job for your car, check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. Need a replica paint of your real-life car? Colby's Eye Paints has you covered. Check out Colby Eye Paints on Facebook. Also by Hershey Design. Hershey Design Company is your one-stop graphics shop. If you're in need of an iRacing paint, league, team, or business logo, or want the logo on some sweet swag, hit up Orion at the Hershey Design Company. You can find them on Facebook by searching HERSHY Design Company. Also by the Sim Speed Shop, simspeedshop.com. You can check them out for all your iRacing sim needs. Ohio IndyCar League jumping on board this season with as an official sponsor of MaxSpeedTV. They are also accepting not just patrons from Ohio, but from all over. Also, iBog for all your iRacing broadcast overlay graphics done specifically by Jason Allison, one of the masters at it. So thank you to Jason. And also, last but not least, Wise Guys. You can check them out at Reverb Nation. That is spelt with a Z. So check them out on Reverb Nation. We would like to thank all of the sponsors at MaxSpeedTV and partners.